I think it would be incredibly rare for a WNBA player to be nominated for an award like this, let alone, like, it's rare for an NBA player to get nominated for an award like this. And we're seeing Caitlin Clark get nominated for a literal, like, world award, which is incredible.
Caitlin Clark is a beast on the basketball court, but did you know she's up for the World Sports Award? She's competing alongside Olympic champions and world record holders, not just playing in big leagues, but against the best athletes worldwide. How did an NBA rookie and hoop star end up nominated with these global icons? The World Sports Award is like the Oscars for sports, recognizing top athletes from every corner of the planet. And Clark is the only basketball player in the run.
This is a huge award.
This isn't just another top 20 or top 10 award. This is a prestigious honor, landing in the top 6. And guess what? Caitlin Clark, the young rookie from Iowa, has made the cut. Alongside names like Angel Reese and Aja Wilson, Clark is stepping out on her own and making waves.
And you're seeing it now, like, she is nominated for an award that there's literally 6 athletes in the world. Like, there's no nomination for Jason Tatum. There's no nomination for LeBron after the Olympics. Obviously, there's no nomination for Steph.
You might be thinking, okay, who else is nominated? Well, buckle up because this list is stacked. We've got Simone Biles, the gymnastics goat, who made a powerful comeback after a mental health break to win even more Olympic medals.
She is spectacular. Absolutely spectacular, like the greatest Olympian of all time. And the fact that she managed to come back and win Olympics after 2021 is crazy. She is the GOAT of her sport. 3 years after surfing the twisties, she came back and won, which is incredible.
Then there's Leon Marchand, the French swimming phenom breaking Michael Phelps' records. Seen Hanan. He's out here winning marathons like it's a casual jog in the park. And don't even get me started on Armand Duplantis. His pole vaulting feats are rewriting history like no one else.
There are plenty of incredible athletes here, but there's only 6 athletes not from Britain in this. She was nominated as one of the 6 top athletes in the world. Won last year by freaking Erling Haaland.
So what makes Clark stand out in this group of overachievers? It's not just her stats, though we'll get to those in a second. It's how she's single-handedly changing the game of women's basketball. While these other athletes are dominating in their established sports, Clark is making people care about a sport that's often overlooked. Just take a look at her stats.
Set the regular season record for assists, 3-pointers, and obviously the college basketball. Like 3,951 points, which is nuts. She was 49 points off literally 4,000. Record held for 54 years, as well as making 201 3-pointers. Performances led to record-breaking figures with 19 million people.
Let's break it down. Caitlin Clark's stats are nothing short of incredible. She's sitting at 3,951 career points, just 49 away from hitting 4,000, a milestone that hasn't been reached in 54 years. And she's doing all this while dishing out assists like nobody's business. It's not just about scoring, it's about making her team better. Clark isn't just impressing basketball fans, she's drawing in people who've never watched a women's game before. We're talking 19 million viewers for her games. That's more than some NBA games. She's not just playing the game, she's changing how people see women's sports.
That Caitlin Clark is the golden goose. She's the cash cow. And wherever she goes, ratings follow. The WNBA draft, the doubleheader to open the NBA season. Ratings. I'm going to remind y'all that in the 28-year history of the WNBA, only 9 players in the league's history have eclipsed on-court earnings of $1 million.
Here's the thing, not everyone's thrilled about Clark's rise. In fact, some folks in the basketball world are getting a little jealous about all the attention she's getting. Why? Well, that's a whole other story. Success in sports usually leads to universal praise, but not for Caitlin Clark. Her rise is stirring up some unexpected drama. WNBA players are getting worked up about the attention this rookie is getting. Even Charles Barkley weighed in on the situation, adding fuel to the growing debate.
The number of attention, eyeballs she's brought to college and the pros, and for these women to have this petty jealousness, you say to yourself, damn.
Clark is making waves in women's basketball, creating a media storm that's impossible to ignore. But not everyone's celebrating. Some WNBA players are feeling the heat, worried they're being overshadowed by her rise in a league that doesn't always get the spotlight. A rookie dominating headlines. That's bound to stir things up. Even Stephen A. Smith is chiming in, calling for everyone to give Clark the respect she deserves.
I think that what she has done for women's basketball, especially in this country, has been phenomenal. There is no woman, no matter how great you were as a player, Cheryl Swoops, there is no woman who should negate mentioning Caitlin Clark and what Caitlin Clark is doing for the game.
Pro players are watching Clark get this attention and thinking, hey, what about us? They're concerned that her success might overshadow their own achievements. But don't get it twisted, while not every WNBA player is on board, some are actually supportive of her success. They recognize that her rising popularity could lift all boats in women's basketball, bringing more attention to the sport, which could be good news for everyone.
Thank you for setting the stage. Hell yeah. Ain't hate. Rising tide lifts all boats. Whatever it takes for everybody to get fed. I'm all for it. You a WNBA player? Caitlin Clark gonna get you paid. I'd figure out a way to be her friend. Or her friend and me.
How's Clark handling all this drama like a pro? While everyone's buzzing about awards and the hype, Clark is keeping her head in the game. She's not letting the noise distract her from what truly matters, dominating on the court.
And the thing I love about her, she never says a word.
But let's be real, there's no one in this generation who can eclipse what Caitlin Clark has accomplished as a rookie in women's basketball, no matter who they try to force into the spotlight.
There's going to be another Caitlin Clark. There's not. There's just not. Like Juju, great. Juju's great. Honestly, Juju's absolutely fantastic. There is not going to be another Caitlin Clark.
Just last week, Caitlin Clark made Forbes' 30 Under 30 list, and she's already the highest-earning female basketball player as a rookie. But just when you think the spotlight's on her, here comes another curveball. Remember, she's been going head-to-head with Olympic champions, and now, there's a shocking twist. Caitlin Clark isn't on the U.S. Olympic basketball roster for Paris. Yes, the player breaking records left and right won't be suiting up for Team USA. Can you believe it?
I mean, realistically, she should have been an Olympian. If it wasn't for the fact that USA Basketball just wanted to make it a closed shop and didn't want to give her something that she was completely deserved a spot in that Olympic.
Now, you might be wondering, what's the deal? Well, basketball sources say Clark couldn't make it to a mandatory training camp that overlapped with the start of the season. Sounds simple enough, right? But here's where it gets complicated.
I was not in the team. Basically, it was a mandatory training camp which overlapped, so she wasn't picked.
This training camp rule is stirring up a whole lot of controversy. Everyone's seen what Clark can do on the court, so why couldn't they find a way to make it work? Basketball analysts are questioning USA Basketball's decision, and fans are taking to social media, wondering how a team could pass up on Clark's abilities.
I mean, this is why you put her on the team is to get the eyeballs. And by the way, she's the greatest scorer in the history of college basketball.
But this is
that was
not
part
college.
of her resume before.
And she now has the single game assist record as a rookie.
Well, but she's done that subsequent to not making the team.
Yeah. But that's been my thing from the beginning. Everyone's like, "Oh, well, who do you take off?" Well, Megan Clark should have been the first name.
This is exactly why you put her on the team, to grab attention. By the way, she's the greatest scorer in college basketball history, and now, as a rookie, she holds the single season and single game assist records. And she did all that asterisk after asterisk being left off the team. From the start, I've said it, everyone's asking who you take off, but Clark should have been the first name written down.
Ticket sales, bear with me. Ticket sales grew in 2023 by 16% from 2022. Ticket sales have grown by 93% in 2024. What that means is without Caitlin Clark, the WNBA would have taken till 2029 or 2030 to get to where Caitlin Clark has gotten them to.
Let's be honest, this nomination solidifies Caitlin Clark as a global star. Her impact goes far beyond the WNBA, resonating across the entire landscape of women's sports. The WNBA is watching, taking notes. Clark isn't just changing the game, she's reshaping the entire sport of women's basketball. And here's where it gets really interesting. Ticket sales for women's basketball are skyrocketing. Arenas that used to be empty, like Indiana's, are now packed to the rafters with fans